Hello everyone, you're watching SGTV with Indraneil Basu. Today we have former Mumbai cricketer Vinayak Mane with us. He's joining us straight from Mumbai. Vinayak, very warm welcome to SGTV.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Indranil. It's a pleasure. And I thank you and SG also for getting me on this platform. Thank
No,
you very
it's
much.
it's it's quite an honor for us also for that you came
Pleasure.
on the show. But starting off with Mumbai straight away. I mean,
Yes.
that Ranji team which you represented, for so many years, that team is an institution. I mean, a team which has got 41 Ranji Trophy titles, 14 Irani Cup titles. Uh, I don't think anyone can come close to Mumbai team. There are days, there are years when they just go down the barrel. They just hit the rock bottom, and following year they just come up and they become the champion. So this you can't take that team out of equation ever, never in a Ranji Trophy. That's the most sought after team, and that's why probably because of the strength of the team, they call it Mumbai is the hub of Indian cricket. What do you say?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have grown up as a young cricketer listening to stories about Mumbai's past glory. And like the city in itself, it never dies, to be honest. And that has rubbed onto the cricket in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Uh, I think the city keeps coming back with so many tough times it goes through, and the same is with its cricket. To be honest, I mean, we had a legacy always as a strong unit, but we have had our tough times as well. I think in the 90s as well, we have struggled for quite a long time. But again, Mumbai bounced back, and since early 2000, we have been phenomenal, to be honest. Again, and since Mumbai, they are the 41 times champion, and they always try and live up to that expectations. And now they are adding few Vijay Hazare trophies as well to it. I think one format now they are trying eyeing their focus now, which is the most famous format right now is the T20. So I'm sure Mumbai will eye that format as well, and they'll start coming strongly in that as well.
And sort of excitement it brings into the competition when you're playing. It's as good as an Indian team in so many ways. And there was a talk when we were juniors. We were told that Mumbai players had a guaranteed slot in the Test team, but when they came back to play Ranji Trophy, there was no slot, permanent slot for them. They had to warm the bench. That I mean, it was that intense the competition. My God.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the competition has always been intense.
Yeah.
Right now, also, I mean, there are not many superstars in this team, but the competition is always there because there's someone uh, below the age group or in the club cricket circuit who will be challenging the person playing in the 15 or 11 or in the 15. They'll always be challenged, and that's why we have this great structure of club cricket, and then obviously the state cricket comes in and the school cricket. So yeah, I mean the guys who are in the 15 or 11, they're always being challenged. So there's always a high level of competition in Mumbai. Be it any team, be it the team in the 80s, 90s, 2000, and now whatever 2021, it will be a team where competition will be always there.
And so much of emphasis is given to the game, how you play on the field, rather than what sort of backing you have within the team. That's been the culture of the team, and that's why they have done so well. They've not compromised on good talent, and that's something every state should learn, isn't it?
Yes, Mumbai, to be honest, have promoted talent immensely, I would say, but they have this great eye. The people, the uh, uh, old people or the selection people or the administration, to be honest, they always had this eye for picking the right players. And to be honest, I think that is the X factor Mumbai has. We have people who track down the right people every now and then. That's why, and they do back people with talent as well. And that's why we produce international players as well and the results as well.
Absolutely. And that's why that belief has come into cricket. If you're talented, you'll never be ignored. And Mumbai is right up there when it comes to practicing this theory.
Yes, I mean, I feel Mumbai is a state which promotes talent a lot, but they promote the right talent. That you can say
Absolutely.
that they have the eye to promote the right people. To be honest, they've always been like this.
Absolutely. And look at the names they had. Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar, Dilip Vensarkar, Polly Mruga, Vijay Merchant, Rohit Sharma. I mean, there's no end to these legends. And these guys are such down to earth cricketers. You go and talk to them anytime. They've been perfect ambassador of the game. Whenever I met them, I remember once bowling to Sachin Tendulkar in the nets, and I was a net bowler, and the way he behaved, amazing. I mean, he didn't, when he came in front, he didn't give that impression he's a superstar. It's all been created in the media that they're superstar, this, that. But when you talk to them, you would know more. And can you just tell us what is this thing about these stars which Mumbai cricket has produced over the years? You've interacted with all of them. What has been your experience?
I think it is passed on from the seniors to the next generation to the next generation, and it goes on. I feel. I mean, I have interacted with Mr. Gavaskar, Mr. Wadekar, and they were so
Tremendous.
welcoming. They were all captains of Indian cricket, legends of the game, but they would still turn up on a Ranji Trophy practice day and have a chat with a Vinayak Mane or a Amol Muzumdar or Wasim and so many other young players, and we would be feeling yes, we should learn this from them as well. So if we
Yeah.
become a good cricketer or a very good international cricketer, you have to pass it on. You have to pass it on so the team keeps building up over the period of time. You know, the knowledge is transferred, the attitudes are transferred, and all those things.
I think something happened to your screen. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is all right. Yeah, I think we lost Vinayak for a little moment. Don't go anywhere, viewers. If you have any question, please post them uh, while watching this live show. We're waiting for him to join back. Vinayak Mane is an opening batsman from Mumbai. He was an excellent player. A lot have been said about his potential, that he didn't fulfill his promise, but I beg to differ. He was a superb opener, good technique. You're waiting for him to join, and he was talking about Mumbai cricket, which has been the perfect example for every state. It's a model state kind of a thing, a state which has got 41 Ranji Trophy wins, 14 Irani Trophy wins, and adding more wins to its kitty. Great example. And Vinayak Mane has joined again. Yes, I think these are the
I think
challenges.
there was a WhatsApp call which can be a
Yes,
thing on
yeah.
Wi-Fi. So
This is the other challenges which you have to cope with, and
yes,
we are really fortunate the audience didn't leave us. If you can kindly post questions. But coming to the cricket bit, you've been such a great talent. I remember the elbow injury happened, and the way you came back with plates, with a plate or one or two plates, then screws, 12 screws, and you made a comeback. And when and media, it's written that you didn't fulfill your promise. So it was actually quite funny when you read such things. They don't know what cricketer goes through. The judgments are made so easily. If
yes.
someone doesn't score, he's not a good player. You have to judge someone over the years, and it's cricket is not about one game, one series. It's about how you carry yourself throughout your career. Uh, your elbow injury. I mean, that was an unfortunate evening, right? That you can never forget in your life.
Oh yes, I mean, it's an unforgettable day. I would
Yeah.
want to forget it, but I cannot, to be honest.
Yeah.
And yeah, it happened. I was just 20 years old that time. I had played a couple of years of first class cricket under my belt, and I had a very good first season. I was in the reckoning, a very challenging second season, and then this happened to me. But yes, I mean, I did had an operation the next day. 14 screws were done in the left
14.
forearm,
Not 12,
and
14.
yeah, two metal plates to support the complex fracture. Actually, painful injury, but yes, the surgery next day was done, and within 2.5 months, I started knocking the ball as the doctors advised me I can in 3 months' time. But I started 15 days early with my desperation to play the game, and I was fine. I was fine with it. There was some stiffness every now and then, but strength was never an issue. I had lost a bit of shape on the forearm, but I could bat. I could bat, and I did bat very well for a couple of seasons after that. I did again played till India A's after that, and Mumbai did win both the season in Ranji Trophy. And I was in one season, I was one of the highest run getters in Vijay Hazare, second highest run getter in India. And in the next year, I was number three in the top 10 of highest run getters in Ranji Trophy. So yes, I mean in first 4-day cricket. So I was doing the right things, but the metal plates and screws did damage one of my tissues after that, and then it started going downhill in my fifth season onwards.
No,
So
it's
yeah,
it's never a downhill. The fact that you came back with so much of willpower. Uh, I mean, anyone would give up. I mean, you were so hungry that I'll go and knock the ball. It's not about how many seasons you played, how many runs you scored. The fact that you went back to the field after that horrible accident, like Yuvraj Singh. I mean, no one expected Yuvraj to come back after fighting such a deadly disease, but he did. So that's why he is right up there in my I rate him really, really high. He's one of the most impactful players we have seen in one day history of India, one day cricket. He's a phenomenal. So, it's about cricket is about fight back, come back, and guys who do it, they're real heroes, and you're one of them. Let me tell you that.
yes, yes. I mean, I really admire the way I fought with it, to be honest. And again, even after the further damage, I did underwent couple of surgeries again, and again tried to make 2, 3 comebacks. I did came back to the Mumbai team 3 times after the third operation as well, changing my game, changing my technique, everything. And but I did I'm happy that I kept on trying and didn't give it up there itself.
But tell me something, which was the most impactful bowler you have faced? I mean, someone who could create at the domestic cricket during your time. Who was really, really happening? You really had a lot of challenge facing him as an opener. Who was that bowler?
uh, yeah, I mean there were a few bowlers around that time. I would say Rakesh Patel from Baroda was a very
Yes.
very
Yeah.
interesting bowler to face at Wankhede or even at Baroda, where the ball would bounce and carry.
Yes. He's around.
So
Yeah.
he was also unfortunate. He did make it to the Indian team in the squad, but never represented in Test cricket with his injuries later. But yeah, he was a very interesting bowler. I would face him in against Baroda or in the league, one day league phases. Rakesh Patel was one. Then someone who would move the ball consistently was JP Yadav from Railways.
Yes. Yes.
He,
Yes.
he was, I mean, not express at all, but a lot of skill involved with the SG test ball.
And
And
that's why he played for India. He was part of the Indian team as an
yes,
all round.
yeah, and he did move the Kukapura ball as well in the one day or whatever he played. So
Yeah.
he had the skill to move the ball. JP Yadav was an interesting bowler because I had faced Railways 3, 4 times in my career, and he was
Yeah.
very challenging always. JP.
But when you talk about Mumbai style of batting, it's very unassuming. It's they don't make a lot of noise, and that's been the hallmark of a Mumbai batsman. They just go there, hang in there. I remember Ravi Shastri, the way he used to bat. He'll go there. He will not make a lot of noise by scoring boundaries. Cricket is about ones and twos. And all of a sudden, he'll raise his bat for his cup, and after completing his 50. That was Mumbai Kurt style of batting. And when you see Rohit Sharma, he took it to a few notch higher in terms of aggression. Hitting the ball through the line, hitting good deliveries for a boundary. Mumbai batsmen generally would respect a good delivery. But the Rohit took it to a little notch, little up there. Then now Prithvi Shaw is redefining the style of Mumbai attack. Mumbai style of batting. He's hitting good deliveries. We saw in Sri Lanka the first match he played. I really liked his comeback. At this level, he's a king. He's looking like a king already. So, tell me something. How this change has happened in Mumbai cricket? Is it happening consciously? Is it being influenced by the power hitting of Rishabh Pant and northern side? What exactly is happening in Mumbai cricket? The batting skill wise.
See, like I mentioned, Mumbai is a top team in the red ball. They have a top record in Ranji Trophy. Now they're adding few to the Vijay Hazare as well.
Yeah.
And now they are trying to challenge the Syed Mushtaq Ali. So I think Prithvi is that change you're seeing in Mumbai's batting and the approach now from here on. Prithvi, Surya Kumar Yadav, all these lads, they have grew up watching the IPL and they're products of watching the T20 cricket. We were the products of watching a lot of red ball cricket, test cricket and a bit of one-day cricket. But these guys are now into it. So I think you will see a definite change in Mumbai's approach from years down the line. And you will see batters who will be more aggressive. And at the same time, they'll adapt equally well to the red balls version as well. But this is a change, I feel, which was bound to happen because we want to stamp authority as a state in T20 cricket as well. Everyone wants to. Obviously, Delhi wants to. Karnataka wants to. And Mumbai now trying to move its pace towards the shorter version as well. So Prithvi, I feel, is trying to get that change going in the system right now. And I really feel great pleasure, to be honest, to watch him bat the way he's doing now.
But will this kind of technique, this kind of aggression, can it work in Test cricket? I mean, I know Test cricket is also about ticking, keep the scoreboard ticking and all that. But is it the right approach? Just go and hit you have to respect the bowlers also. You have some mercy on the bowlers.
Absolutely. So that's what it's his adaptability as a player. It's his adaptability as a player will give us the answers in future, I feel. Right now, he'll be touring to England. And I think if he adapts well, it's one of the toughest places to bat as an opening batsman, or to be honest, as a top order batsman, England, in red ball cricket. And he'll be challenged. And now how he adapts there or wherever he plays Test cricket after that, how he adapts his mind and if he's gone to become a great Test batsman as well, I'm sure he'll do the right thinking and the decision making will be at the peak if he's going on to go score runs in England, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand. So the thinking will have to change. There's no two ways about it. The way he's batting in Sri Lanka will work in England. He'll have to adapt when he'll face Anderson, Broad, Wood, another tall seamer they have got in the last series. So they'll have to adapt. Prithvi will have to adapt as a Test batsman.
This is not part of the Test team, though. But you can't play those kind of cover drives in England that easily. When the ball is seaming and moving away from the right hander, it's going to be really tough. And off Anderson, you try to make that mistake, and especially in England, we saw what Indian teams struggle to do in World Test Championship. They were trying to hit the ball on the covers, when the ball is moving away. It's a shot, it's a no completely. Isn't it? Technique wise, how do you see that kind of spongy bounce and and the ball is moving away, like it happens in England, it's not safe, right, to play a cover drive?
It is a place where driving is a challenge,
Yeah,
and you as a batsman would have to try and grind your way through your inning, because if we notice New Zealand batters as well, they also ended up getting 50s, but they had to bat a lot of balls.
absolutely.
Kane Williamson, Conway as well. So yeah, you have to give the much needed respect whenever the conditions are demanding respect to the ball and the bowlers. You will have to, otherwise you will nick it off, and that's it. There will be people in Test cricket who will drop for
Yeah.
nothing, and yeah. You have to adapt as a batter a lot in England. I have played league cricket,
Yeah,
top division league cricket in England, and
yeah,
it's not an easy place to go on and drive through the line.
yeah.
So if India is to do well, they'll have to adapt as the batting.
Absolutely. Raj, Buram is saying that you're a superb batsman. That you are. There's no two ways about it. Sambhav Sanan, who made this show possible, he's saying, Namaste Vinayak, Mane brother, honored to work with you in 2014 during the under 23 Bombay side. Very nice human being and hardworking coach. Always remember that beautiful experience. God bless. He's writing that.
Yes, somehow I remember very fondly those that one week he was around the Mumbai team as a manager,
Yeah.
and he was a great guy to be around for that whole week. We are still in touch, and great assessments over the game. He was coming in with his own assessment during the game. It was a game which was played in 3 degrees in Delhi, and the school ground, which was tough for the players, but he was very motivating to the Mumbai team. Being the local manager, he was doing all the things for us and even guiding us. And I think he's a very much respected coach in Delhi as well. And he
Yes.
keeps
Great job.
doing a lot of coaching work for young cricketers and trying to guide them. So all the best to Sambhav, and he is just a great guy to talk to always.
Absolutely. But you know
Yeah.
what? One great thing about cricket, which I see, you make lots of friends wherever you go. This is a great power cricket has, isn't it? I mean, all sports has that. I mean, any profession. If you and the way you travel all over the country, you travel all over the world when you're playing for India. You make so many friends, and how do you keep track of all those friends? And they want to just it's a great thing about cricket, isn't it?
It is, and if you meet people like Sambhav or any few genuine people who are always wishing well for you, you don't want to miss the communication with them. So you always make an effort to say a hi or just drop a message somewhere.
That
It's
means so
very
much.
very it's a great thing sports teaches us to connect with people.
Absolutely. Raj is saying, I've seen one of your matches against Australia. Can you please tell how was the experience like facing top bowlers?
Oh yes, it was to be honest an eye opener. I had faced the England under 19s a month back, and I have played against the English people before that as well,
Hmm.
and you could see the difference in the pace whenever you face a foreign team. We would not encounter that pace. So yeah, that experience against Australia was an eye opener again. After the under 19 thing, I thought I am pretty equipped to handle pace, but facing McGrath, Fleming, and Gillespie, it was an eye opener that I need to be much more prepared with my reflexes. So that first innings effort which I made got me going and thinking, and then I ended up getting that 58-run inning in the second inning where I was much more open to it, and I understood I need to be a little positive and proactive as a batsman if I want to score runs against Vaughan, McGrath, Fleming, Gillespie. I had to open my options and become more proactive. So it was an eye
Absolutely.
opener.
it's always tough to score in the second innings in a day's game. I've seen that, and only great players can do it. That's really a different kind of a discipline. Ashish Singh is saying, hello, Vinayak sir, great personality, sir. Please tell us some memories with late Ramakant Acharikar sir. What a coach he was. I haven't talked to him so many times. He never saw who was calling him. If anyone had to talk about cricket, he had all the time in the world. What a great coach. Yeah. Vinay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can,
Yeah. Acharikar sir. I mean, the name just it brings so many memories to my mind. Phenomenal person. Leave the word coach now. He was just a godly person for so many cricketers. He was tremendous. Not the players who have played for India or the first class level, but so many others who were below that. He's helped so many people as a person and then being a coach as well. Uh, Stories, just one story I would just tell you. It'll just give you a clear picture of what sir was. I had started training with him.
yeah.
It was just 2 months past under his coaching, and out of the 1 month I was into the school net, Shardashram net,
Yeah.
and after the second month got over, and 1 month being with him in the school net, after he knew I was a Shardashram boy from first standard, so I was just 11 that time, and it was summer holidays going on, and one day after the 2 months of training and daily routines, I got bored, and then I decided after the morning session, he would want me to again come in the afternoon, train for the afternoon session. I didn't go to the afternoon session. And once he had asked me where do I live in Mumbai, it was very close to his house. He knew the area, and he just saw that I've not attended the session, the team session. And the same evening, around 5:45, as I was playing with my locality kids on the road,
Yeah.
I saw some gentleman parking his scooter in his safari cab, and I was like, "Is it Acharikar sir?" And who's? I just checked on him. I just ran to my house, and then I started overlooking out of the balcony,
Yeah.
and he was just looking around for me in that vicinity.
Yeah.
And he came in the end. He came into my chawl house, and he ended up coming into the house. And I was just sitting on the cot. My mom was there, and then he asked. He didn't ask me. He asked my mom, "Why didn't he turn up?" And my mom said he got bored today, so he just took a break. So he in Marathi just said, "No breaks. Hella break nahi. Ground. He has to be on the ground unless and until he has fever. He is not supposed to stay home. He needs to be on the ground." So that's Acharikar sir for you.
Absolutely. And this is a great teaching for all those who are watching the show right now, that the field has a lot of power. It's a lot of positive power it has. So when bad things are written about cricketers and cricket, it's actually it hurts me a lot also, because cricket is all about being positive. It teaches you to be positive all the time. You have to be. They say no one kicks a dead horse, so you can never be dead when you're playing such a great game. Being on the field, that the power you get, it's I feel it all the time. I personally I can't stay away. If I feel so little disoriented if I've not gone to the field. That's it doesn't matter which level you have played. You have to be giving at least half an hour to 1 hour to your body, isn't it? Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely. I mean, cricket is something which is played by any and everyone. Most of us play cricket in the streets, and it gets the adrenaline going. We played professionally, so it got us going in a different way. But I think cricket is just a religion in India, and everyone end up playing cricket as a kid. So you just keep giving your time for the game, wherever possible.
Absolutely, so true. Viewers, please ask more questions that will make this session very interesting. Vinayak sir, namaste. He's Padwal, Datta Padwal, namaste, sharing experience and guidance. Okay. And Sambhav is saying he was a big name in Indian cricket, but injuries disturbed a lot of good cricketers. I have gone through this phase where champions are always champions like Vinayak. Actually, it really doesn't matter which level you have played. If you have played Ranji Trophy, and in SG also we believe in that. If you have played Ranji Trophy, you're good enough to play that for the country also. It's just a little bit of luck you need to be pushed. The way things happen, everyone knows. No one needs to be told that how cricket happens in India. It's beautiful being there, and the best thing about Mumbai, which I really like, is when you're growing up, you see a Sachin Tendulkar or a Dilip Vengsarkar or a Sunny Gavaskar or any Ranji Trophy cricketers, Salil Ankola, Vinayak Mane would be there, Aditya Tare would be there. They would come on the field. So when you see them, you want to be like them. That aspiration level also goes up, which is a great thing. Having so many Test cricketers from that state, so many quality cricketers from that state, that is also helpful in bringing up so many new talent from that state, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Mumbai has been phenomenal always, and it has produced talent. And I feel the structure here will always keep producing talent, and the coaching at the ground level, the school cricket, it will keep producing talent and first-class players, international players, and it will be a strong unit in future as well, I believe.
And there's also a question about, you have led Mumbai in the Mohammad Nisar Trophy. Your experience leading Mumbai team in Pakistan and winning the trophy. I can't place the trophy's name. Okay, it's called Mohammad Nisar Trophy, but
yes, it was called Mohammad Nisar Trophy.
Yes.
I think
I can't pronounce the name of the person who is asking the question. It's actually, please forgive me for Khoda Dad, whatever. I'm sorry, your thing is really tough for me to pronounce.
Khodadad, yeah. He is one of the committee members in Mumbai right now, and he is the vice president at the Parsi Gymkhana Cricket Club, where I coach for last 6-7 years.
So, if you can just tell us that Mohammad Nisar Trophy story.
Yeah, I mean, Khodadad is a very close friend of mine, so he has dropped in this question, and he's a phenomenal gentleman, always working towards cricket and development of it. Wow. Regarding the Mohammad Nisar Trophy, it was against Karachi Urban. Mumbai played, because Mumbai being the champions in the Ranji Trophy and them being in their domestic competition. The experience was tremendous. I had 5 debutants in the team in that playing 11, because we were missing quite a number of players due to their commitments in England and injuries. So, we had Ajinkya Rahane playing in that team as a debutant, and who went on to play for India for so many years now. So, I think Mumbai got 500 plus in that game at Karachi, and Pakistan, the Karachi Urban team, they ended up scoring almost 400. It was a very flat track, and we on the last day managed to get the first innings lead, and we were challenged by them defending that total, but we were very disciplined in our bowling department, and obviously we tried to control the game on that pitch. So that was a victory, one first class game which I've captained Mumbai for. I would have loved to captain Mumbai. I was dreaming always to captain Mumbai for many years. But I mean, things are not happening always as you plan. So we move on. But it was a great experience. I just enjoyed captaining Mumbai for the only game I did.
Vinayak, I keep telling everyone. I mean, if you played for Delhi, if you played for Mumbai, if you played for Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, you're as good as you played for India. Those teams. You can put any player out of the team and put it into the Indian team. Put that player into the Indian team. Raj is asking. I can remember my club secretary once said to me that if Vinayak Mane wouldn't have got injured, 10,000 runs in Test cricket. Runs into were damn fixed from his bat. It was absolute guarantee that he would have got those runs. So that's the kind of powerful player I'm talking about, Vinayak Mane. What do you say to Raj?
I mean, very kind words, I would say. I always wanted to achieve something like that, which he has mentioned there. And I had a lot of aspirations from myself as a player. And to be honest, a lot of people had supported me in my career as well. And that had built that confidence that I belong at that level. My school coach, Mr. Achrekar, then the Elf Vengsarkar Academy. It was a tremendous institution built by Mr. Dilip Vengsarkar and Mr. Makarand Vaingankar. And I mean, it had instilled a lot of confidence. Those coaches, Mr. Vasu Paranspe, Hanuman Singh, all big names and big people in Indian cricket. I have been coached by them, Mr. Balwinder Sandhu. Then there was Mr. Kinjal Suratwala who would keep adding a different dimension to the preparation. Frank Tyson would visit that academy quite often.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I was, to be honest, all these people had instilled that confidence in me that I can achieve something in the game. And all the preparation I received from them, I'm very kind and grateful to them for giving all those facilities during that time. Because as I was growing as a player, Achrekar sir had fallen ill with his paralysis, and this academy was just a game changer for me. Yeah, and like Raj mentioned, I had a lot of aspirations in the game, but still I just enjoy the game. That's why I'm still associated as a coach with the game. I enjoy each and every day I be around with cricket, with players. I learn a lot of things. Coaching is obviously a lot different, but I'm just enjoying being in.
But this is the power of the game also, and it's always blessings from the divine, from the God above us. One thing I really believe, some aspiration you had to play for India, score those runs. Probably you being a coach right now, you might produce, and I'm waiting for that day. Perhaps it'll happen, and it'll happen very soon. You'll produce one cricketer, will go all the way and make you proud. And this is,
I always dream now that there will be few players who will going up the ranks. In my short coaching career, I have transformed few careers from those under 23 experience, and few players have gone on to play first class and graduated into decent first class cricketers. But yes, there will be a time which I feel there will be lot many players just moving up. I don't know if anyone will go and score 15,000 runs, but I'll be happy if I can create an impact on their lives, in their cricket as well, but on their lives as well, to be honest, because I I kept cricket right up there, but now I've understood there is cricket, but there are 10 other things which we need to tackle. So I feel cricket is there, but I would want to make an impact on their life as well, where they grow as people and as well as tremendous cricketers, match winners.
And one more thing is that you respect the game, and the game will respect you back. That is for sure. That's how it's a two-way traffic. It has to happen. And this is one good thing about Mumbai cricket is all of them. they are really respectable. I mean, I've heard stories about how they respect people, youngsters, the walk-in senior guy playing for India for so many years, the way they treat juniors, and the way they, respect is something you earn it. And all the Mumbai cricketers have done that. I'm sure there are a lot of people across outside Mumbai who've done it a similar way. That you have to be grounded. A banyan tree is banyan tree. Look at it's so wide and so broad because it's grounded. It's such a, I mean, you have to be grounded all the time. That's how it is, isn't it? And cricket
Yeah, when
teaches you.
Mumbai cricketers, they're very tough on the cricket field,
Yeah,
but out of it, they know if they don't stay grounded, they will be grounded by someone. To be honest, in future.
the cricket is a great level.
Yeah,
Shravan,
in Mumbai, you will be made to realize that you need to be grounded at some point of time. You just
absolutely,
cannot be on that high. So and it
absolutely.
has kept rubbing on generations after generation. So yeah, hopefully it continues.
Shravan Saini is saying the experience can be seen by the way or you're speaking, Vinayak. Sir, absolutely love this session. Then Roshan Khan is saying, lovely to be here and experience. It would be nice to hear how to motivate youngsters would be and the reckoning. So
Sorry, your voice cracked there. Can you repeat the question?
I'm saying Roshan Khan, happy Eid to you, Roshan ji. Lovely to be here and learn about your experiences. Would be nice to hear how to motivate youngsters who have played Ranji and are in reckoning.
Oh, I mean, motivation who are playing at the Ranji level, to be honest, they are motivated if they have reached that level. I
Yeah,
feel they have that much needed motivation. We just need to show them the right kind of path ahead. I feel if a guy reaches Ranji Trophy level, I think
yeah,
he's motivated enough.
yeah.
If he's not motivated, then I don't think so. He belongs there for too long. So and I seriously feel people who graduate into professionals, first class players, they are self motivated always. They need
Absolutely.
they don't need motivation. They need a little support when they're struggling.
Mm.
They just need the much needed backing. I feel. But I think guys playing at the first class level, they are self motivated. They'll get their motivation going. It just they need some positive support when they're under the hammer, when they're out of
Absolutely.
form or an injury is going on. Uh, all those times, the tough times, you need little support, and that is just something. Me being a senior, if someone turns up to me, I should try and give him a lot of solutions, options where he can transform his game. That is one kind of way I can create a positive environment for him to
Absolutely.
go
Yeah.
out there positively and a lot of positive talks to him to do this.
And they say God help them, those who help themselves. You have to help yourself first, and then there'll be support all over. You have to take that effort from your side. That's very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe the guys who reach first class levels, play a few seasons, they have their self motivation going. It just they need little support every now and then.
Swapnil is saying it was a pleasure to play with him for a college and Mumbai team. A great human being.
Swapnil, yeah. Sorry, can you repeat it again? Yeah, it was a pleasure
Swapnil
playing
is
with
saying
him.
it was a pleasure to play along with you in college and Mumbai team.
Okay. Swapnil, yeah, he must be Swapnil Khade, yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yes, yeah, he lives in Oman. He's represented Oman in the international cricket right now, recently. Yeah, so it was a pleasure for me to play with Swapnil as well since my school days. He's just a great friend, always motivating me as well, and he's just a strong character. So thank you, Swapnil, for the kind words.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. But then we have Ashish saying, thanks, sir, for the support you have providing us for all the young cricketers. Uh, and then we have Sumit asking, hello, good evening, Vinayak, sir. Love to watch you bat, sir, with great technique. Of course, technique is very important. You were the first player to score a double hundred in your youth test. Can you please share about that wonderful innings? My God, you have such a huge fan following. Great.
In Mumbai, obviously people do follow their cricketers a lot.
Yes.
It's a place where people take cricket very seriously. So yes,
So true.
they know the cricketers very well, and I'm one of them, luckily, and grateful for being in that position. But yeah, about that inning, yes, I hold that record of scoring the first double hundred in youth cricket.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still there, and yeah, it was a inning which came after follow on. England had challenged us at Chennai, Indian under 19 team at Chennai in that test match.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were following on, and we were supposed to bat 1.5 day to save the game. And myself and Gautam Gambhir, just young opening batters, just we thought we need to just take it as a fresh inning.
As it comes, yeah.
Our coach Roger Binney hardly said any word to us. He just said, "Just enjoy, give it your best shot," and we ended up getting a 392-run opening partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a special day, and I am very thankful to God that it came out in such a challenging situation, and it was great. It's great memories created on the cricket field. To be honest, it was, and Gautam and myself, we were just enjoying that inning.
No, I remember whenever you scored, it was always there on the headline, and it was carried all over India. But coming to your scoring abilities, SG has also contributed a lot to your batting skills. What's your SG story? If you can kindly tell us.
Oh, SG, they've been phenomenal. SG, the manufacturers, Mr. Paras Anand and his team, they were phenomenal support throughout my career. I uh, I think I joined them as a 20-year-old. They had approached me as a 19-year-old, but I could not join in because of certain commitments which I had made before. And I always loved SG's bats and gloves. So even though I was playing with other brand, but I would end up having an SG stuff in my kit bag always. And yeah, and since the age of 20 till the time I was making my comebacks, injuries, they never said no to me for a cricket bat, for gloves, for anything I asked as a cricket equipment. And Paras and his team were phenomenal. They were
Absolutely.
just support the quality of products they gave me.
Let's come
It
to that. Yes.
did help. Yeah, the quality of bats and gloves. If any glove I didn't like, they would just tell me, just keep it with yourself. We'll send you another. So they were phenomenal support. I'm very thankful, grateful to Paras and his team. And to be honest, Paras, when I informed him that I'm moving into coaching, the first thing he said was, anything required in coaching, just let us know. And I said, don't worry, if I recommend a player, which I do, and they do accept it and try and sponsor those players. Thank you very much,
We
Paras,
have
for all
been
that.
doing it for so many years. SGs, that's a tradition, that's a legacy. That's why they are called. They are an institution. They support cricketers without seeing what's in store. If there is a talent and someone has recommended, and they on its own, if a talent is discovered, they just go out of their way to promote.
Yes,
There's a huge factor into it. Factor in this, and And what really is, when I interact with so many cricketers, the quality control. If you have an SG bat, you have all the power in the world. It's like the He-Man with that sword. I have the power. That kind of thing. You can hit the ball. So that's
It's
a great.
just great joy to receive a SG bat with
Oh,
Sunny Tony or a Dazzler written on it. It just gets things going inside you, that you want to go and bat. And the gloves,
absolutely.
the quality of gloves, I would say, in those days there was no competition to SG when I was batting.
Even today,
I
even today.
always preferred an SG glove since my school days. They're
So,
tremendous quality.
so Sanjay Nikam is saying, which was the favorite innings you played in your career, and why? Arya Raj Nikam is asking that question.
Oh yes, the favorite inning, I would say, uh, one favorite would not be 100. There are a few in my first class career, but I think one which was played, it's a score of 83 in the second innings. Like you mentioned, it's always tough to score in the second innings,
Absolutely.
and it's against Hyderabad. The team was captained by Venkatpati Raju. And
Okay.
they had a decent seamers like NP Singh and another left armer. And we were playing at the Hyderabad Gymkhana ground. And that was Chandrakant Pandit sir's first Ranji Trophy as a coach with the Mumbai team.
Okay. Yeah.
And Mumbai was shot down for 98 in the first inning at that ground. We were made to bat first, and we were shot down at 98 in the first inning. We had a 5-minute team meeting on the first day with Chandu sir being there, and only couple of lines were said. He said, "What do you feel about your performance today to the team?" And no one said a single word. And then someone from the batting unit just came up that the wicket is not that easy. And the two lines Chandu sir said was, "If you lose this game, I'll make sure that the team in the next game can be different than what it is."
Threat. Open threat.
So
Yes.
so that's it. The team meeting ended, and you can imagine so much pressure on us starting the second day. We made a tremendous effort in the first session, got them out for 130. They were three down for 90 on the end of the first day.
Yeah.
And 130 they were shot down, and we got 7 wickets in 30 runs. And I still remember Avishkar. I think it was his second season. Avishkar Salvi came up with a beautiful spell. He got a 5 in that first inning.
Indian McGrath. I used to really love
Yes,
it.
yes. Avishkar came with a great spell, and it was a very responsive wicket. It was a very uneven, difficult wicket. And why I'm saying it's my best inning, because that is the first inning I played after my first surgery.
Oh,
So on a dangerous wicket, the ball was just flying around. It was a damp wicket throughout the day, throughout the 3 days the game lasted. And Avishkar got a 5 Paras got a 3 and we got them out. And then myself and Wasim got going. We got a good 70-run stand, and then Wasi got out. And then I ended up getting a couple of partnerships with Amol and others, and I had got a brilliant 83. Mumbai gave them a target of 280, and we shot them for 200 in the second innings, with the spinners coming in the second innings. So yeah, that inning of 83 in that win, because we went on to win the Ranji Trophy as well. Had we lost that game terribly there, maybe things would have been different that season, I feel, after getting shot down for 90. So yeah, that inning, because of it being after my first surgery, and it scored on a difficult, tough wicket at Hyderabad. And then there are a couple of hundreds which I got. One obviously, one in the Ranji Trophy semi-final. The next year, the final 100 and a tremendous partnership with Wasim at Chennai, 240-run partnership,
Okay.
opening stand. And then a Devdar Trophy, I would say, a 95 ball 100 against Central Zone for West Zone. Quite a few innings, but the 83 would be top ranked inning.
So Ashish is asking, Ashish Singh, please tell us contribution of your elder brother Vinod Mane in your life to become a great cricketer you have been.
Yes, Ashish. Obviously, he's from Delhi. Ashish. He plays his cricket in Mumbai. But yeah, no, my brother. He was just phenomenal. After Sir had his illness, uh, my elder brother would make sure I was never missing any practice. He would take care of my nutrition, the you know the facilities I need, and the preparation for my tours, and so many things. I mean, to prepare a cricketer, you need so many people to get involved. And my
Absolutely.
brother was just my brother and my mother, my whole family. But my brother was just taking that extra effort always to make sure I'm comfortable, more focused on my game, and I got the much needed nutrition, rest, the mental peace. Coming from a very humble background, I needed that. Otherwise, it's very tough to play a professional sport if you're not at peace in your mind.
So true. So true. So true. And uh, Raj is asking, have you ever faced Malinga in your career?
Sorry.
Have you ever faced Malinga, Lasit Malinga, Sri Lankan great
Um,
bowler?
I did play in one game. It was for the Indian emerging team in a triangular where India, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka were playing in Colombo, Sri Lanka. But I got out before he came into the attack.
Okay.
It was a terrible loss for the Indian team.
Malinga bach gaya.
No. Maybe because that game, I got out to Parvez Maruf very early on in the inning. But yeah, it was a tough game for Indian emerging team. We lost badly in that game. Malinga just shot us through. He got a fifer. No one was able to pick him. We were a decent batting lineup. We had myself, Gautam Gambhir, Ambati Rayudu, Dinesh Karthik, then Venugopal Rao, and Malinga had got a fifer in that inning. India was shot down for 125. So yeah, I had watched him very closely as a very young bowler, but never faced him.
So true. Sanjay Nikam is asking how to use mental and physical strength in challenging moments.
Oh yes, I mean, physical strength is and mental strength, very two different aspects a cricketer needs to have. Physical strength obviously supports the mental strength a bit, but yes, if you have the mental part, then you can obviously and some physical uh, shortcomings you can still come over it. As a batsman, definitely you can.
Yeah.
As a bowler, you'll probably might say you need the physical side a bit up. Batting is, I always feel it's very challenging up here.
Absolutely.
It starts, what do you talk inside your mind, and then the physical activity starts. Batting is very different.
Then we have Chaudhary Nikki. Sir, please tell us about your entry comeback into the game. Okay, you spoke briefly about it at the start of the show, how you fought back so convincingly. But really, it's quite a remarkable story, Vinayak. The way you fought back. And as I said at the start of the show, when you get injured, when chips are down, who's a fighter? A fighter is someone who doesn't go and hit people and come back. No, you get hit, you fall, you stand, and then you deliver again. That's the definition of a true
Oh,
fighter. And you're a true fighter, really. And
oh, mm. No, no.
Sambhav is
Yeah, tell me. Sorry.
no, Sambhav is saying, that being a full-time coach, wish to see him getting into greater heights. Keep in cricket as a batsman, keep rising. Then we have Sarvaya Dev. I'm sorry, I'm a little messing up with the name. A very versatile coach and a even better human being. Everyone is talking about that, and which cricket teaches you. You have to be a good human being. I mean, if you're a good human being, half the job is done. Vinayak would agree with me. I consider myself and the other fellow cricketers extremely fortunate to have trained under his coaching. Sarvagya Dev, his name is. Your student.
Oh yes, Sarvagya is one of the off spinners who comes and he comes in our nets. He comes bowls at the Parsi Gymkhana nets as well.
Okay.
And I'm always on the ground at the Gymkhana right now with rains and COVID going on. I'm not there, but still we're still practicing in one of the indoors next door. So he keeps coming. So yeah, I mean, very kind words, Sarvagya. And I always love to talk on cricket. So yes, I give my best possible time and effort to the Bulls.
And when you're sitting with Vinayak Mane, and Mane in Bengali means meaning. So it Mane. What is in Bengali they say Mane means meaning, and you have added a lot of meaning to its meaning. You've added a lot of meaning to life by playing cricket and playing cricket with so much of it and making so much of friends and creating this reputation of being a good human being. It was really a pleasure. And time just flew. We've been chatting for more than an hour, and this is this is what cricket is. And Mane, you have created Vinayak Mane has created that energy to drag to not drag the show, to take the show to that next level. Thanks a lot for coming on SGTV. Sanjay, will you coach the rural kids if you get the chance, the opportunity? Last question, perhaps coming from the all the audience. Thanks a lot for coming and making this session so interesting and so meaningful. Vinayak Mane, please go ahead.
Yeah, can you repeat the question, please, Indra? It just cracked.
Will you ever coach the rural kids if you get the opportunity?
Oh yes, I coach any and everyone who comes across me, and provided I have the time, and if I can create that energy in the session, I'll coach anyone. To be honest, I just enjoy talking on cricket. I There's so many players who come to the Gymkhana, and I try and give them time and advice that see you should do this, do that. I be very honest in my feedback as well, because you've followed cricket so many years that
Yes.
everyone just can't hang on in the game for lifetime. You have to take the right decisions, get the right guidance. So depending on whom I'm dealing with, I always try and make time and try and give the proper advice. If I don't have time, then I just put my hand up. Sorry, I won't be able to give that time. But it's nothing like that. I won't coach any rural kids. I myself have coached a few slum boys from very young. I've kept them in my house
Nice.
uh, to stay, and me and my brother have done their schoolings and try to give them a
Wonderful.
platform.
Wonderful.
I didn't wanted to mention this on the show, but since the question came up, I was such a kind of person who have kept people in my house and tried to look after their schoolings and development and everything. And I don't mind helping people. If I had achieved things in cricket, you don't know. I mean, I would have done so many things other than cricket. Maybe I'll achieve a few as a coach, and then maybe I'll do it. I have a lot of aspirations to to do things outside cricket as well. Help cricketers, everyone, but I have certain other aspirations which I always had as a young boy. I always wanted to go big in the game to achieve those other things which I had created for myself. Probably it came through my family as well. The upbringing have come up the hard way, but they've been very, very strong, my family in Mumbai.
So last question Sanjay is asking, because don't want to disappoint him, and everyone is thanks a lot for appreciating this session, from Roshan Khan to Pranav, to Chaudhary. Sanjay is asking, which is your favorite batsman from the current era? Your favorite batsman?
Talking about the Indian team, I would say that there are few. Uh, I like Virat, the way he approaches his every inning, the intensity. I always use as example for young players. The
Yeah.
energy he creates at the batting crease.
So
I
important.
like him for that. I like Rohit Sharma for his graduation, because I have seen him enter the Mumbai team with me, and I've had some partnerships with him as a young player as I was, on my way out. But yeah, Rohit Sharma for his technical ability and the development he had as a player over the years. So the composure he has on the crease as a batsman right now. Um, I like KL Rahul for the skill sets he has, uh, for the T20 version as well as the red ball cricket. I feel he's the most skillful player. He presents a lot of skills.
Absolutely.
And in the foreign players, AB de Villiers, obviously everyone likes in the current generation, who is still playing. He's an older generation. He's an older generation player, but yeah, he still plays. So yeah, ABD is someone I just admire. I use his example, the way he adapts, the way he changes his tactics. So these are the few players I admire a lot nowadays. And from the Mumbai team, I would say I like the way he's transformed his game is Surya Kumar Yadav.
Oh, wonderful.
Uh,
Wonderful example.
I have seen his growth as a batsman, Surya Kumar Yadav. He plays for the same club where I coach.
Yeah.
Obviously, he hardly plays for us, but yeah, he is associated with Parsi Gymkhana. I have seen his growth as a player. He was a dasher, then he started controlling his game, and now he's into a phase where he can control the situation of the game. And he transformed late, but I admire his mental strength as well, because that is something has helped him make it into the Indian team at the age of 29, 30, wherever he is. So yes, Surya Kumar Yadav in the Mumbai team, I feel is one of the top batters right now for Mumbai.
So true, so true. And it was really a sort of quite enlightening session, Mr. Vinayak Manek, for you made it possible. It was this session was really special, and so many people joined in. Thanks a lot for coming on SGTV, and stay fit, keep coaching, and keep producing champions, and keep making cricket richer every day. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Pleasure, Indranjeet. Pleasure for having me.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
You also take care. Bye.